and this is the Samsung Galaxy S5. So right off the back we can see this phone looks really similar to the Galaxy S4 from last year. It has upgraded specs inside of course, which are virtually identical to the HTC One M8 except for one or two things. But it keeps a very similar design to the Galaxy S4, though it is a little bit bigger now to fit that 5.1 inch 1920 by 1080 pixels display and slightly bigger bezels. So awkwardly enough, one of the biggest complaints with the new designs about the backing, a lot of people aren't a fan of. I mean, I call the gold version of this phone the Band-Aid edition. Basically, it has all these little dots or dimples across the back of this soft touch material. Turns out this is an easier grip to hold in the hand than the slippery metal of the HTC One M8. So what if it is looking like a Band-Aid? Get it in white or get it in blue. So while the M8 might be a little heavier and made entirely of metal, the Galaxy S5 is easier to hold because it's wider and the button placement is much better. Bottom line is the Galaxy S5 is water resistant and a lot of people like that. But also to protect the phone from dust and water, they needed to add probably my biggest gripe, the design in the entire phone, is this freaking flap at the bottom that you have to pry off every time you want access to the USB port or the charging port. That means you cannot use any battery cases or you have to pry that thing off all the time. It just gets in the way when you're plugged in, and to top it all off, every time you plug off your phone from the wall, it reminds you to close the flap every single time. Other than that, this is a really familiar design for anyone who has used any previous Galaxy devices, especially the Galaxy S4. And you'll notice they have changed the capacitive buttons up front. You would see the multitasking button and the back button. In the middle of both those buttons is the fingerprint and home button. I'm basically going to cover everything by saying it's not really that great. First of all, it makes the home button all mushier and less clicky than before. And second, you have to swipe your finger perfectly, vertically, along the center of the pad for it to work accurately. So you can store a bunch of credentials and use it later. But it gets annoying sometimes, as when I try to log in the phone via fingerprint, I got denied. You have to hold the phone in one hand and swipe your finger in just the right angle and just the right time to get it right. I switched it off after a couple of hours. In terms of UI, it's smooth, fluid and really fast. Even though there are slight lags here and there, it's fine for a daily use. Reasons why you should buy the smartphone. First, improved. Second, water resistant. Third, excellent battery life. And fourth, large, colorful, bright display. If you like the smartphone, then head over to My Smart Price to the link in the description below and buy the smartphone so that you could experience what the Samsung Galaxy S5 has to offer for you. The Samsung Galaxy S6 might be out very soon or must be already out because I'm just making the video at the moment. If you open Toolbox, you'll see that there's a white pop-up which comes like a Facebook icon when you're on Facebook Messenger for chat heads, where it gives you the best 5 apps which you could use. Also, if you hold on it and drag it over to edit on top of the screen, you could edit the apps which you want in that toolbox. In case you want to set it off, then you have to go slide down the notifications bar from the top, hit on the all icons and disable it in the second row toolbox below, and you're done. So this is a very easy procedure to go ahead with, whether you want a toolbox or not. But if you like the Samsung Galaxy S5, then go for it. There's no hard and fast rule you have to go for a smartphone which your friend has. I'll see you